Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the 49ers and the Titans, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey.
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. A return now from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Titans coming out with their quarterback, Will Levis. Good performance last year, taken early in that second round in the 2023 draft. Greg, this quarterback out of Kentucky could be the future for Tennessee.
And Mike, when you look at Will Levis, he has a lot of the physical qualities from a talent standpoint that you're looking for in a franchise NFL quarterback. He got some invaluable experience last year as a rookie. Now it's just a point, can he put it all together? Take those physical qualities, wrap it with some consistency. If he can, Tennessee might have a guy for the future.
He's got a man. That's Treylon Burks. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. That's to the former Jaguar and Falcon, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. On 1st down, Levis. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. 2nd and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
He'll go right and find his running back, and he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. And he's going to have a Titans 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Lockett headed in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain. On 2nd down, Levis. Off he goes. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. A lengthy opening drive now comes to this. It is third down. From the gun, it's Levis. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to run. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the man who won a national title at Alabama. The quarterback's the former first-round pick, Mac Jones.
Mike, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag now as a starter in the NFL for Mac Jones. You look back on the success he had back at Alabama, national champion quarterback, Pro Bowler as a rookie with the Patriots. And then it just seemed from there his play started to fall off. Can he recapture some of that success he had as a rookie? If he can, he has a chance to restart his career in this new stop.
So Kittle comes in motion. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air, but they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
So on fourth down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Linebacker Fred Warner brings them down. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. To throw is Levis. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Anytime you bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker, on to punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Niners offense ready for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Joe. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. And he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw is Jones. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, Jones. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. It is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Jones in trouble, and down he goes.
Interesting strategy, play action on that down and distance. Remember, the threat of play action is all based on down and distance. That is a pass down all day, and the defensive line didn't even spend 1 second worrying about that play fake. They were in a race to the quarterback.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Lockett brings it in out wide. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Here's 3rd and 2. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Here's Johnny Hecker now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor 1st punt. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's a 1st carry for their running back. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the 1st guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one. The 49ers out to punt this one. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Now Levis. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Off the play fake, it's Levis. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Here's their punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Niners offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
On 2nd down, they'll run. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on 1st down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up 3rd.
Oh, big hole left side. Still going. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 89 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The Titans offense ready to take over once again. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A handoff here, up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The 49ers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Slot receiver headed right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. Here's 3rd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Here's the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The 49ers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
What a great job in this game by the defensive coordinator, continuing to put his players in position to succeed. And boy, have they taken advantage of it. But on the other side, they got to do something different. They got to bring in some extra blockers. They got to change up and go max protection. They have to give their quarterback a little bit of time, or else they've got no shot.
He'll drop to throw. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Niners offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now a give on the ground. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. They run over center with Robinson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. And that's exactly what they were able to do.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. Take it in, back at his own 12. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Now a give up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The Titans sending out their punter. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense about ready to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Complete. Finds his man Hodgins. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. A handoff as they try to run it here. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, 49ers.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here comes Jackson on the return. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. They'll look to throw yet again. There's Jefferson. And he'll be near a first down, but he's going to come up about a yard short. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Here's third down and a few inches. Tight end on the move left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans will up it to a 2-point lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Niners offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll send a tight end in motion. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. The 49ers out for the punt. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Titans offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Brown now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Niners offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Oh, a loose football. The Titans have got it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Now this time, they'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that 1st down. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. DeMarcus Robinson. Touchdown, 49ers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
In motion, it's Jefferson. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Whoa! Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Robinson. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Throwing now from the gun. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The quarterback just has no chance to escape when the offensive line gets beat that fast. When the defensive line can get in the backfield before the quarterback even hits his back foot of his drop, he's got no choice but to just eat the sack and live to play another play.
He's going to keep it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They motion the slot man left. He'll look to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
That big boy was moving, Mike. That was impressive. I mean, it's not easy to bring down this quarterback in any situation, but to hawk him down from his interior defensive line spot nearly out by the sideline, that's beyond impressive.
On fourth down, out comes the punter, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Niners offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
This one complete right side. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Robinson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on 3rd down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those 3rd down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best blitz designs are when you have more rushers than the offense has blockers, and that's exactly what happened here. They're able to create a free blitzer off the outside, and with that free lane to the quarterback, he's able to take advantage of it.
Third and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45. On the carry, here's Israel Abanaconda. And it will finally be brought down at the Niners' 13-yard line. It is a big play on first down. 32 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's a toss as they look to run, and he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
So this now, a pressure spot for Greg Joseph. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He'll get this out to his running back. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a 1st down. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's a designed run. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
They're all set to kick this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The 49ers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Mike, it is not very often where I am at a loss for words. You know that by working with me. But let's just set this stage. They just allowed a modern NFL record 13 sacks in one game. I mean, to say this is absurd would be a dramatic understatement, and I hate to say it, but performances like this, people lose their jobs over.
This a must stop for this defense, facing 3rd and long. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down, so it's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. He'll turn and hand this one off. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. And that is incomplete.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's going to pick up a Titans first down, and it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. In motion, it's Jefferson. They run on the jet sweep. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a toss play, running left. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. They need 8 as they come up for third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener, and look to finish things strong here in the 4th quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitting slant there, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a give on the ground. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down. And the linemen are already walking back. on the ground. It's Abanaconda. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. This one is caught by Hodgins. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air one more time. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. Quick throw here is complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's gonna bring up 4th down. And he's gonna go down. The pressure once again too much. And that should wrap this one up.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers, as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Nashville, we say good night, everybody.